Welcome back to the series where I turn your video game ideas into reality. If you want to see your idea in one of these videos, all you gotta do is subscribe and comment below. The winner for this episode comes from Butters Beans. He says, a game like that one classroom flash game where you have to cheat when the teacher isn't looking, but instead you have to get groceries while being parked in a handicap spot before you get a ticket. Bro, this comment is diabolical! And it gave me a very interesting idea. So basically what I'm picturing is a cross between GTA and Subway Surfers. Hear me out, hear me out, hear me out. So imagine the game starts off with a cutscene where you walk into a store, go pick stuff out, but you leave your car in the handicap spot, and then a cop rolls up and is about to ticket you. You come out and see him and he looks at you and he says, hey, is this your car? And then from there you have the most random options ever on what to do. Okay, here we go. I'm just gonna start on this and you'll see what I'm talking about and then we'll go from there. Okay, so the first thing I did is look at the asset store to find models we can use for our scene. So I found a cartoonish looking town that'll be absolutely perfect for what we're trying to do. This is actually exactly how I was picturing it, bruh. Then I opened up the scene in Unity and just looked around the city for a minute to see if it would work for our game. Eventually I found this perfect parking lot in the middle of the scene, so I dragged in my first person controller that we made in an earlier video. Bro, we're actually getting so much value out of this code. Like, it was so annoying to work on, I remember, but I'm glad we put the time in. And started manipulating the level to how I imagine it to be. I also brought in some post-processing, of course, which fixes absolutely everything. Then I found a policeman off the asset store who was going to be the biggest menace in the game. That was a joke. Obviously, the player is, wait, what? But it didn't come with any animation, so I did my best to build an idling animation, which is looking pretty interesting. Then I got to work on the timeline, which is a tool in Unity to let you sequence animations and make cutscenes, basically. I don't know how else to put it, bro. it drag things, make cutscene, you know? So I started moving around the cars and switched between all the different cameras. Fought with the animator for way too long because for some reason it kept making all the objects in the scene rotate like 9,000 degrees more than I meant them to. Bro, what is that? But eventually I got something that looks more or less how I imagined it to. Here, let me show you really quick what we have so far. Alright, so we're loading in here and bro is just spinning out. So we're gonna go into this parking spot in the most smooth way possible and then get out and walk into this store real quick. Bro, what's gonna go down? So we walk inside, but in the meantime, as we go in, the police car rolls up looking mighty smooth, bruh, and he gets out right here and he's like, bro, who is this? This is not how you park, bruh. What is going on? So we come back just lollygagging and we come up here and he says, hey, is this your car? Okay, so this is a pretty good start, but it's what we do from here that really matters. So like I said, what I'm picturing is right when this finishes, the cop asks you, hey, is this your car? And then two options pop up, which I think would be like randomized each time you play the game. So you get two different options from like a long list of options. And it would be the most absurd options possible. Like anything from, no sir, that's her car, and pointing to like absolutely nobody who's across the street. It's literally just you, bruh. To being like, yeah, what you gonna do about it? And depending on what you do, the game is completely different every single time. And to figure out the whole story, you have to play through a bunch of different variations, which would end up in various stages of chaos by the end of the game. Honestly, I feel like this game idea could have a lot of potential, so what do you think? Should I keep working on this instead of doing more random ideas like I've been doing so far, where I just am like, the winner for this comes from this random comment, the winner for that comes from this random comment? Where do you think we should go from here? Also, we could do more of what the original comment said of having to like pick out the groceries instead, or just like split up the cutscene in half, so you roll up in the parking spot and then walk inside and you have to actually like walk around and pick out groceries, and then you see the cop outside, come out, and then the like rest of the dialogue goes through. But I'm not exactly sure how that would work, because it would be like super chill until you walk outside and then all the chaos happens. But yeah, let me know what you think, if we should keep going on this or move on. And whatever you do, don't park in handicap spots. Without me!